Hello, today we're going to replace the air filter on a 2008 CBR1000RR. I've already removed the gas tank. So now we just need to disconnect the cables on top of the air filter. So you just push the little clips in each one of these connectors and separate them. And once you disconnect these connectors and remove the screws on top of the air box, it just folds away. It kind of opens up. It hinges on the wire harness on the back. So there's only about 8 or 9 of those Phillips head screws, and we're just going to work our way around the air box and remove each one of these screws. So I went ahead and I bought a K&N air filter for this bike. I don't know the history of this bike, but anytime I build a bike, I plan on removing air cleaners and any of the other stuff that, wear items that need to be replaced when I got the bike open. So you can buy a new K&N air filter, 60 to 80 to 100 bucks for this bike, or you can buy a used one for about 20 bucks. So I went the $20 route and bought a used one. Ran it through the solvent tank, cleaned it up, sprayed it out with fresh water, and now that I open up this air box, as you'll see when I get it open, there's already a K&N air filter in this bike. So whoever had the bike before I got my hands on it, they did open it up. They did put a K&N in it. The K&N inside this air box looks like it's almost new, as you'll see when I pop it open. But it's missing the one component. K&N air filters should have K&N filter oil sprayed on it. So this filter should be pink, not white. It looks like somebody just bought a filter, dropped it in the bike, and said, okay, we're good. And if you look around the velocity stacks, you can see dirt and debris, dust and crap, which has gotten past the filter element and got lodged onto the velocity stacks. So it is important to put the K&N filter oil on your filter when you buy it before you install it, and I'm going to show you how to do that on the filter that I bought. Nice thing is, when I sell this bike, I'll be able to give the new owner an extra K&N filter, and I'll go ahead and I'll spray it down with oil and put it in a Ziploc bag, and then next time when they change it, all I have to do is put the new filter in and go. So here's the filter I bought, and it looks just like the one that I pulled out. Anytime that you pull a K&N filter out of a bike, it should be black and oily from where this pink oil captures all the dust and debris that comes into the air box. When you wipe the filter clean on the air side, you'll see that it turns pink, and when you look at the intake side, it should be a solid pink. It shouldn't be gray or anything where dirt and debris has made its way through the air filter. So I'm just wiping out the air box. As you can see, this bike, when it was crashed, it lost the air runners. It lost this air runner attachment, so I need to put this back on. One of my next videos is going to be me attempting to rebuild the air runners in the entire Ram air system for a CBR1000. I've never had to do that from scratch, but I will tell you that eBay and Bike Bandit got a shit ton of money from me. Um, those parts are not cheap. There's some vacuum switches that were over $200. Fortunately, if you research part numbers, you can find them for cheaper. You can find that they interchange with other vehicles. The nice thing about a $200 vacuum switch is not only is it used in the CBR 1000, but it's also used in Honda cars. And it was about $184 for the Honda car one, but I just went ahead and bought them used. I bought two off of a Honda Valkyrie, so they were 10 bucks a piece. So now we just take our filter charger with our new oil on it, and it seals into the little rim around the air box, and then we take this retainer and we bolt it back to the air box. If you're buying OEM air filters, you know that's nice and all, but remember, an OEM air filter is a one-time use only. So you're going to spend the same amount of money for an OEM air filter as you would pay for a brand new K&N air filter. So if you don't like going the used route, by all means, buy a new K&N air filter. But when you buy the air filter, go ahead and take a can of K&N filter charger oil and put that in your basket also. So buy them both together. That filter charger oil will last much longer than you and this bike. That big can will go forever and ever and ever and ever. So now you just put your airbox back together. You just line it up with the bottom half of the airbox, and then you just put all your screws back into the airbox and tighten it all down. I did do a video of me putting the gas tank back in and putting the battery and all the electrical components under the seat back together. However, I wasn't that impressed with the video footage, so I kind of opted not to edit that and use it. It's not that difficult to take the gas tank out. There's only 3 hoses and 2 electrical clips for the fuel pump and the fuel sending unit for your fuel gauge that have to be disconnected. It's really easy. Also, I found on this bike the original gas tank had a lot of rust and debris in it. Before you jump on the bandwagon like everybody says and try to get your fuel cell sealed, there's a chemical for about 40 bucks you can put in the fuel tank, and you shake it around and it seals the inside of the gas tank. Don't waste your time and money on that. That gas tank that you see sitting on the ground behind this motorcycle, I paid $106 shipped from Colorado to here, and it was like brand new when it arrived. So I saved hours of work and a ton of money by not sealing the gas tank and just buying a replacement. Remember, on your CBR you have a plastic cover that goes over the original gas tank. So even if you get a replacement fuel cell that has a dent in the side, that's okay, because nobody's ever going to see it. There's going to be a plastic cover on top of it. You're going to be the only one that knows that there's a ding or a dent or a scratch in the gas tank. As long as the new gas tank you're using doesn't have dirt and debris and a bunch of rust in it, I think you'll be okay. So pretty much we've got this air box all buttoned back up. Now we just need to connect our cables back together. So it's kind of a no-brainer, white to white, red to red, blue to blue, and it's ready to go. I hope you enjoyed watching my video. I hope this helped you out a little bit. Thanks for watching. Come back and watch some more.